cold November day in Ohio, and this is my 2023 Husqvarna TX300 Heritage Edition. It's got about 16 and a half hours on it now. It's basically all stock except for my upgraded suspension. I got the latest WP Pro component rear shock from Brad at Rideworks. He did the valving on that, and I have a older set of cone valve forks that I have been using for a couple of years on my 300s, and they got 4/6 springs in them and a real soft enduro valving on them. This TBI bike, it's got the last map update, I think, was back in June, so it wasn't in the VIN range that needed the idle screw and cold stop reset, so I didn't mess with it. It didn't call for that update, but the bike has run basically perfectly since day one. I know there's some people that have had some issues with them, but this one has run absolutely fine. Husky ergos, I like this Husky plastic. I think the seat's maybe 8 or 10 millimeters thinner than a KTM, but the instead of going way out front with a big wide KTM fender, the Husky's got a nice thin front fender. Kind of gives it a smaller feel up front. It's a little bit lower to the ground. This isn't the lowered suspension that the motocross Huskies have, but the bike is a tick lower. I'm 6'2", 190 pounds, so I don't really have a problem with height, but I do like the lower feel of the Huskies. So we're just out enjoying a cold November day, and I'm running in the white map today. A lot of times I run the green map because I like the extra grunt it has, but it's a little extra slippery today with the wet leaves and soft ground, so we'll just leave it in the white map. This TBI engine I've really enjoyed. It's got really good linearity. Just pulls that front end up, and this is just the white map. The green map, that thing's fun, especially on the moto track when it's a little bit deep loamy. And this thing torques really good. Crisp throttle response. Now, one thing, when you get all the leaves down, you don't see the walnuts, you don't see the rocks under the stuff. It's just a playful engine. Playful handling. It is actually pretty slippery because we've been having some frost at night. The ground's starting to get a little frozen. I like the counterbalancers, no vibration. And I like the new gear ratios too. And again, I'm running everything stock. It's fun to come play on the trails. Just crisp response. The engine is just fun to ride. It just has that playful character. Now, I have a Beta 300 Race Edition, and that engine is super smooth too. But the biggest difference between these two bikes is just how good the stock KYB suspension is on the Beta. I'll put the Pro components on this bike because I really enjoy this bike a lot, and I like to do a little moto and woods. That just helps expand its capabilities a little bit. Husqvarna TX300 TBI. Geez, it runs clean. This is the first time I've ridden in this cold weather, 40 degrees. Runs clean and crisp. No real spooge coming out yet. We're just putting around. Quick handling, agile, big power. The engine just dominates the character of this thing. This new chassis is stable, yet still has some good agility to it. Doesn't feel quite as stiff on the 2-strokes as it does on the 4-strokes, but 2 big thumbs up. TX300.